Reely reviews.
A number of them where
Air
Taco Bell.
Air movie. I started now. Air movie. We watched the Air movie. On the poster, it says Air courting a legend.
Nope.
This is about Michael Jordan.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
It's actually not about Michael Jordan. It's about a guy named Sonny Vaccaro at Nike who secured Michael Jordan for the basketball deal that everyone knows and loves today for his entire line of sneakers and the intricacies of that business deal with a stellar cast directed by
Ben Affleck.
And Matt Damon.
Nope,
I think.
just Ben Affleck.
It's just Ben Affleck
Wait,
on Google.
According to Google.
Okay.
Well, Google's wrong.
So
Okay, well, you tell that to Ben Affleck.
we just got back from the movie. Richard was here. We saw it with Isaac as well. And we all loved it. Spoiler alert, we all loved it. It was a great movie. Nico, any thoughts?
No, it was a good movie. That's it. Cast. Oh, Phil Knight was in this. I don't know. Oh,
What?
maybe just because they
Probably
had the
just
photos.
the image, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck played Phil Knight, who was the CEO of Nike at the
Mhm.
time.
But yeah, huge cast. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Viola Davis, Chris Tucker. I thought he was hilarious.
Chris Tucker's great. I love Chris Tucker.
Jason Bateman. Marlon Wayans is in this, but like not for very long. That's kind of the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's all of the main characters.
Anyway, this is a Ben Affleck, Matt Damon led movie, and if you've seen anything they've done before, they're great. Everything they've done that I've seen is great. The last movie I saw from them, they wrote together, was The Last Duel. It didn't make a lot of money. It's on HBO right now. It's a long movie, but very, very good. And this is the same. It's this one's shorter. It's telling that story, and it feels weird. I will say when you're watching this thing, you're rooting for Nike, who we all know today as just the dominant athletic brand of our generation, really, for running, basketball. I don't know, football cleats even. Like, yeah, they've got their swoosh on apparel for all the professional leagues and sports. So it feels weird rooting for them, but really what you're rooting for in this movie is Sonny Vaccaro, played by Matt Damon. He's great. He's really great in the movie. And I thought it was a fun time. I think it was a great story and it was a fun time. I think for someone who doesn't know the story of this, as sports fans, I think we're all sports fans, so you sort of knew the story, or I sort of knew most of the story going in. It's really compelling because they are sort of the small fish in the pond in terms of basketball.
At this time.
Yeah, at the time. So it's kind of cool to see them beat out Converse and Adidas, who are also bidding for Michael Jordan's brand for his shoe. And yeah, that's all I got to say about the movie. You got anything else to say?
No, that's basically the whole movie.
You think it's going to win any Oscars?
No.
Think it'll be nominated? Richard, you do.
I think the best thing that happens is a nomination. I don't know if it wins anything. It was a great movie. A lot of fun. Cool story. I don't know how probably pretty historically accurate.
All right, well, we were debating Viola Davis because I think she could get a supporting actress nomination. I think she was one of the best parts of the movie. She played Michael Jordan's mom.
She was great.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, yeah.
The only thing that I said was like she just kind of plays the same character. Am I wrong?
I think you are wrong. Yeah. I think she's different in this movie because I think her character is so pivotal.
This time,
and I think she's powerful. She's a mom, but she's the whole reason. If it's true, she's the whole reason that Jordan got a percentage of the sales of each Michael Jordan shoe through Nike, which revolutionized the business because now every athlete for every sport gets a percentage of the sales, which was not done before in these contracts.
Right.
So I think that's pretty cool.
That's not Viola Davis's job.
No, but she
just plays the lady who did that.
I think her.
That's why I'm just like, meh, it's cool, it's good.
Her acting in those scenes though shows the power of like that, and just a belief that she had. And I don't know, because this is probably accurate. This is
It probably
she was probably running the show, just like Chris Tucker said. The mom runs the show.
Yeah, it probably is. It's just I don't know. She just felt like the same lady from the Suicide Squad movies.
It's true.
Yeah, except those movies had worse scripts.
Oh,
well,
not the second one.
So
fantastic.
The first one, but honestly, she was just as good in the second one as she was in the first one. I thought she was great in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was the same person. She just felt like the Suicide Squad lady in this movie. but her name just happened to be Dolores Jordan.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she was
wasn't-
great.
She wasn't as menacing though. Like I think in that movie she's menacing, and in the
she
Suicide
was
Squad movie she's
a little bit menacing to Sunny in the backyard.
Yeah, but Sunny.
You just come to my
Sunny
house.
was-
Looks like I understand. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But like, there were a couple of parts where I was like, maybe she sounds like she's threatening him at this point. But I get it. She has more of the leverage here. She can talk to her son. She can be in Michael Jordan's ear and tell him, hey, sign with this brand, don't sign with this brand, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, she made the ultimate decision. It seems, at least the way it was written here. I don't know. She and Michael Jordan would have to tell you who actually made the decision on who to sign with for what company. But imagine Jordan and Adidas shoe. Imagine a world without Jordan brand. You know, I'm just saying.
Imagine
this
he
movie
never
makes you
did
think.
Space Jam.
That's crazy.
Imagine he never did Space Jam with what was he wearing? What shoes was he wearing in the? Was he wearing 11s in that? Yeah. Come on now. Come on. Wow. Richard, any thoughts?
Yeah, Michael Jordan's the best character in the movie.
I will say at the end of the movie, this is a spoiler alert. They had text on the screen that said Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that, but I was thinking about it when we were watching.
We could get a debate.
No, we're not. I hate these debates.
I like
this
debate.
is such a useless, pointless
You
debate.
don't want to be Skip and Stephen A right now? Skip?
No. Look, I will say, I think LeBron is statistically just the greatest. There's no debate anymore. Statistically, he has everything behind him.
I think
But-
you're wrong.
Statistically, Michael Jordan is 6 for 6 in championships.
You guys are
Doesn't
sleeping
matter.
on Kwame Brown.
You want Kwame Brown?
Kwame Brown's the best player.
I think the other person you can make an argument for is Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh my god.
Get the hell out of here. No, he played nobodies, and they were all way shorter
Okay,
than
but
him.
he was dominant.
Kareem is a better argument. Whatever. These are all pointless. They played in different eras. They couldn't play
Yeah.
against each other. There's no direct comparison. I hate how the media, every single time they mention Michael Jordan or LeBron James or Kobe Bryant, you go to the comments of anything, you go to any talk show, sports show, everybody's just like, oh, this one's greater, this one's greater. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all annoying. I agree.
It doesn't matter.
I actually agree with you. I think they should be viewed as separate entities.
They play on teams, in team sports. Now, this does not sound like biased, and like only like golf and only like tennis and only like fighting where you're just one on one.
Those are individual, yeah.
They're individual. Everything comes down to what you do. Like team sports, I don't care who's the greatest. There's a plethora of people involved in these teams, in these programs, in these whatever you want to bring up, whatever you want to mention. Who cares? Everybody has different resources. They're all in different times. Who cares? Just accept that they're both great. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I completely agree with you on that.
But
I want to bring something else up, though.
Sure. Go for it.
That is unrelated to the actual sport
Go for
of
it.
basketball. The shoes that they're wearing. Okay. Is
Which
anyone
shoes?
even close to Jordan brand right now for basketball? LeBron has his shoe line. I think it's a successful shoe line for Nike.
It is.
But is it anywhere near as successful as this
Well-
this movie showed us? Those numbers they put up on the screen at the end. I don't know LeBron's numbers that he's raking in revenue, but they were like estimating that
Kobe.
Jordan is bringing $400 million. Well, he's not bringing in any money anymore.
That's
His family is, but you know what I mean.
So that's the thing. Well, again, we can't really compare yet. I think if we have a longer track record,
they said like $4 billion a year though, and I
400
agree.
million, yeah.
No, he's bringing
$4
in
billion.
personally, but his
Oh,
shoes
yeah, yeah.
or his shoes. I think they said his shoes are bringing in $4 billion a year, and that's today.
For Nike, yeah.
Dude's been retired for how many years now? 20? 15? I don't know. When did he
2003.
retire? Okay, yeah.
2003 was the
About
last
20
season,
years.
I think.
It's been 20 years then, yeah. That's
Or 2002,
crazy.
Whatever.
That's crazy. And LeBron's not touching those numbers now, but I don't think LeBron's numbers now are touching the numbers that Michael had when he was playing. And
Yeah.
so when he was
Well,
actively wearing the shoes.
So that's the thing. I think culturally, a lot of people, it's more accessible for people to like go, hey, I want to look for some sort of sneaker. These look more traditional, like lifestyle shoes with Jordans. They look
for
closer
fashion nowadays.
lifestyle.
Yes.
They look a
Yeah.
lot closer to look at Jordans than if you were to compare like, I don't know, Kobe's, LeBron's, Kevin Durant's. They
This
all
is
look
true.
specifically like I just stepped off the basketball court wearing these.
Yes.
But Jordans, the tech wasn't there that they have now, so they couldn't make it as incredibly advanced and flashy, whatever they wanted to do. But still, there's some longevity with the Jordan products, which clearly, as you just mentioned, some of those numbers.
There are still guys that play in 11s. I mean, I agree with you. The technology in Kobe's.
There are people playing ones.
And
it's crazy.
I think that's stupid. But
having
I own a pair of ones that's stupid to play in them.
Whatever. I mean, yeah, to each their own. If people want to do it, go for it.
I guess, yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the difference in time, we can't compare any of the other shoe brands yet. Like in the NBA, I think Kobe's, LeBron's are the two top competitors directly to the Jordan brands in terms of how many players like wear them on the courts every night.
And that's just basketball though. It's like you
I
don't
think
see
Kobe
most people
is
wearing
the most worn basketball shoe in the league right now.
You don't see those shoes being worn outside of the court like you do with Jordans. And I think even back when Jordan was playing, and I'm not saying nobody does it, but just like if you look around, people are wearing Jordans now. And I think they were back then. I mean, I wasn't alive back then, but I think they were. Like, it was a big deal back then.
They were also a lot cheaper.
That's true. That's true.
They were like $50.
Yeah, now they're ridiculous.
Now they're $200.
Yeah,
so there's
still
a huge
cost Nike
like,
$10.
There are so many factors that go into this kind of thing, but I think aesthetically, you know, they're just simpler. They fit with more things.
So you're saying projecting 10 years into the future,
then we can have a better idea.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think LeBrons were ever designed for lifestyle things. So
I agree. They're very much designed for his specific play style, even.
Yeah. They're made for a 250-pound man. I think not very many people need a basketball shoe to support them throughout their day.
Yeah. I will say this, though.
Go for it.
Like, our parents and stuff, like, I feel like the word Jordan, or Jordans, you know, when people refer to sneakers now, like, referring to sneakers is, people will say, oh, look at those Jordans you've got.
Yeah.
You know, no one's, like, saying, look at your LeBrons. You know, and that's the thing that I think he has sort of since he was the first.
So that's
really blow up like this. I think that's what will make Jordans last forever. I think they're timeless. I seriously think the Jordan 1 is timeless.
I think he was
the 11 is probably
first.
timeless too.
Yeah, well, so I think he was probably the first athlete to get a big signature thing with his name on it, with his or her.
Yeah, well,
name on it.
Because Converse, which people still wear Chuck Taylors.
But like, people don't call them Chuck Taylors. I don't think a lot of people don't. I think most people, if I were to go out in the street and say, "Hey, do you know what Chuck Taylors are?" People would just be like, "No."
And did they know that? Did they know that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird?
No. Did they know that those were basketball shoes? Yeah. No. That's the thing. I don't know.
But
people just know that they've kind of just trickled into everyday life and everyday wearing and everyday fashion, and bada bing, bada boom, we're here where we are. But I don't know. Maybe 10 years down the line, we'll have a better projection between certain athletes. But I think Jordan is like the first, as you said, the first one to really blow up. It has more time under its belt with families and people to buy them, pass them down.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, because like my dad was, playing in these. I think my dad was playing in ones. He was.
Damn, Bill was strapped in ones.
I think everyone was back then. That was playing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
They also had so many good commercials for Michael Jordan, like be like Mike. But I think that was Gatorade. I think that was the Gatorade tagline. But you know what I mean. There were just a bunch of those cool commercials. Everybody wanted to be like Mike.
And everyone knows his name.
Yeah, everybody does.
That's my argument for.
Anyway,
he's the GOAT.
Not the point.
We can argue about who's the GOAT on the basketball court, but I think he's the GOAT of the sneaker industry.
Athlete shoe game.
Yeah,
we'll go with it. But back to the movie. Did anything stand out to you in this movie that you were really like, this is incredible, this is great, I love the way they showed this?
I thought it was a lot of clever writing. And I think we talked about it on the way home, sort of like editing and visual stuff, like cinematography and editing, not great. Not
spectacular.
Not spectacular. Some of the set design stuff was cool, the props.
I think in the restaurant, they had a nice little rack focus going between Marlon Wayans and Matt Damon.
Yeah, there was one weird shot though. Did you notice that?
Oh, what?
And there's one really weird shot in that sequence where it was a shot reverse shot, and they reversed back to to the Matt Damon shot, and it was like kind of like in and out of focus for a second. It was a little weird and like shaky. I
They
don't
were
know.
bouncing between the two characters, like from one
I
shot.
know.
You didn't like that?
I didn't. I thought it was a little jarring. I think it kind of took me out of the conversation, to be honest. And I thought it was a really well written conversation. Like I think all of this movie is basically just a bunch of characters talking to each other, just two characters talking to each other the whole time, or different characters talking to each other the whole time.
Okay, don't make it sound that boring. Okay, it's still the chase for Michael Jordan in 1985.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though it's an interesting premise, but I think the writing was clever enough that it does carry you through those conversations. So the writing stood out to me. That's my take on that.
Rich, did anything stand out to you?
Yeah, Michael Jordan's acting performance.
I actually did like the way that they showed Michael Jordan. They didn't even show
They
him.
didn't showcase him.
They just framed him just with his face out of frame, or like you'd only be seeing the back, or like maybe a little bit of the side of his face. And I thought that was clever.
It was really smart, actually. Yeah.
I mean, de-aging stuff, you don't want to get roasted for your CGI. I think that was honestly something that they were taking into consideration.
Yeah, like all the movies that have tried that in the last few years have
You
gotten
talked to
killed
me.
for that.
Irishman was pretty good, but you said like it looked weird at times because like it didn't quite look like some characters or like some actors, and then you were like, they have motions of 80-year-old men, but they look like they're 50.
because they did nothing to the body or no body double or whatever. So like Robert De Niro is just this 70-year-old man, just like moving around like a 70-year-old man, but he's a 20-year-old face like kicking a guy, and it's just like, okay, this is not believable. But no, they didn't try to do any of that with Mike.
And I liked that. I thought it was good. They got some guy who was at least a few inches taller than people. He didn't even have to be 6'6", but they were like, as long as he has a similar complexion, similar frame.
And it's
Well,
all
from the
it's
back
all
of
the
his
back
head.
of his head. And I think a lot of the reason they did that was just to show he was so disinterested in Nike.
Yeah.
He was really not wanting to sign with them. I don't think he liked the shoes. They weren't that popular. They were seen as a running brand. So that was cool.
But I think also if you're gonna show that Mike is like this big, he's the Moby Dick of this film. I think it was nice to not show his face, because then everybody, as the viewer, would be like, "Oh my God, where's Mike? Where's Mike? Where's Mike?" And it kind of just grounds you back in the idea of like, the people who got that deal done, they're just normal people, and they had their own story too that they wanted to show.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was really cool. Good story. Very well written. Anything else you got to add, Rich?
I don't know why I'm here.
Like why you're sitting here right now, or
Well,
just like
Rich,
why you're on the planet?
On sitting here.
Well, Rich, who is your favorite character of this film? Not Michael Jordan, obviously.
Okay.
We heard you say Mike, but who's your second favorite character?
What was his name? The guy that made the shoe.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about
Peter
him.
Moore.
Yeah,
He was the
Peter
designer.
Moore. I don't know what character he was, or like the actor.
No, that was the character's name.
Okay, yeah, Peter.
but
Peter's good.
I'll find it.
that guy was hilarious.
I actually really liked him.
I thought the comedy was pretty good.
Yeah, all of the comedy was good.
It fit well. They
Yeah.
didn't force anything, so.
Peter Moore. I don't know. Who Peter
Like
Moore is.
the like phone call scenes too, where
That was good.
agent dude was yelling at him. That was great. Like the whole theater was laughing. It was
Oh yeah,
a pretty packed
David
theater.
Falk. That was a great character.
Yeah.
I really liked him. Peter Moore was Matthew Maher. That's
I've
the
heard of him.
actor.
What else?
Should we give some scores?
Yeah. Who?
10
who
out of
wants
10.
to- Rich,
Must
you're giving it a
see.
10 out of 10?
No.
Whoa.
All right. Do you want me to go first?
Go for it.
I've got a score.
Whatever you want.
8.5 is my score.
That's a bit low.
Highly recommend it. Go see it.
What are your problems with it? Why don't you like it?
I just kind of wanted to do. I'm being a tricky guy now.
Why are you being a tricky guy?
I wanted to do 8.5 because the shoe
Yeah,
released.
but what was your issue?
An 85.
What was your issue with it?
I'm going to rate
My issue with it
8.6.
was it just wasn't. I didn't love the editing and the cinematography wasn't
I
spectacular.
didn't think it was a fucking bad.
And it was. It just yeah.
It wasn't bad. Oh my god.
That didn't ruin.
Nico's eye is itching.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having an allergic reaction. The editing and cinematography, it wasn't bad. It's just it felt
It wasn't
a little
spectacular. That's
it
why.
felt a
That's
little-
why it doesn't
yeah.
leak into the nines for me.
kind of generic.
Okay, well, yeah, but it's still.
It was good. It was a good product.
It didn't hinder
I
the
wouldn't say it was
product.
anything
Yeah.
fantastic. From a technical standpoint,
But I think it does have to do something technically great to be boosted into that level. You know what I mean? Like it was a very well acted, well written movie and well paced, but it wasn't like a spectacular visually or anything like that. It wasn't doing anything.
Nothing drew my eye anywhere except that scene, the sequence that I mentioned, where they're in a restaurant just talking.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I was like, okay, cool.
You got a score?
I'll go 8.7.
Alright.
It's not exactly a 9.
Yeah,
I was
that's what
thinking-
I was thinking.
I was like, it's good enough. Maybe not a 9, but I recommend it. It's a really good movie. I think it's a very strong start to some of the movies we've seen already this year.
Yeah.
that
I think
either of
it's
us
probably
have
the best
seen.
I've seen this year. It's probably the best score I'm given this year.
John Wick's in contention.
John Wick was really good. If you haven't seen that, that's still in theaters.
It's good.
Yeah,
Richard, you got to give a score.
8.71.
8.71, just barely more than
Yeah, this
mine.
is the Price is Right, ain't it?
Yeah, it's Price is Right. You win a new car. We don't have that funding.
Also releasing this weekend, before we wrap up, Mario movie. I might make a video on my YouTube channel about it.
God, this kid's always plugging his stupid YouTube channel.
So
Don't watch it.
You guys are gonna make a podcast?
No,
No, I'm
he has
going to
YouTube
make a
channel.
video on it.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a famous YouTuber.
Nico didn't see it.
Ooh. Why don't you just go and see it?
I thought you just said it's releasing this weekend.
No,
It already released. We could go see it and do a podcast if you want.
Bro, I'll go see it Wednesday.
You should watch-
That's like my earliest.
watch
So
John
if
Wick.
you want to film your thing, go film your thing.
We could do both. I'd do a video and a podcast. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Would your video be a review of it or more of like a...
I'm not going to give like a score or anything. Yeah. Jay Kuhn is asking questions off camera right now.
Okay,
Maybe
so
see.
then maybe Wednesday after I get my exam done.
Sure. If I'm free.
Wednesday. See John Wick.
You recommend John Wick over Mario movie? You didn't even watch Mario movie.
Yeah, but I just recommended it.
Okay.
It's hard to compare the two, but
No,
I
he's
think they're
probably
both
right.
good. John Wick is better than Mario. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Have you seen the other three?
no, I haven't seen.
Not
it.
you.
Mm-mm.
You should probably watch those then, and then see this.
Is there like?
you can watch without it. It's
Yeah, I
fine.
figured
Okay,
it's
but-
not that complex of a story. I just know there's
It
something
just
about
helps.
like somebody gives him a dog or he like gets a dog and then
That's
the
the
bad
first
guy like kills the dog and then he goes after them because they killed the dog.
That's the first
Yep.
movie. Yeah,
That's like all I know about John Wick. And maybe his wife died. I don't know.
Yep.
that's all in the first movie. Yeah.
All right, those are great movies. They're all in theaters right now. Go see them.
You don't have to go
Go
to
see them
theaters.
instead of-
Stream them illegally.
Rich,
Is my recommendation.
what are your fight night picks of the night?
I don't know. Adesanya's gonna win probably.
Bro, no,
Actually, no.
This will probably be uploaded like right during the fight. So if you want to give people like a
All right.
Drake put a bet on Adesanya, so he's
Here.
probably gonna lose.
5-leg parlay. I can't be wrong. Okay.
You bet this?
No, I didn't, but I'm gonna bet it now.
Oh, okay.
Raul Rosas Jr. over Christian Rodriguez. My boy Kevin Holland over Santiago Ponzinibbio, who beat Alex Morono, the Great White.
Ponzinibbio. I like that name,
No, he
That's-
beat the
it's
Great
not about
White.
the
We don't like him. I have a vendetta.
but I like his name.
No, 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 no.
That's my pick.
No, no, no.
Ponzinibbio.
No, no,
That's my pick.
Kevin Holland is such a better guy.
But he's
Font.
Ponzinibbio.
And then I'll go
Rapant.
Adrian Yanez, and then Jorge Masvidal and Alex Pereira.
You want Masvidal to win?
Bro, hell yes.
Fuck
Wait, are you
Masvidal.
who's the main fight?
Main fight of the night is
and
Alex Pereira, Israel Adesanya.
Oh, so you're picking against Adesanya.
Well, yeah,
He
Drake
lost
bet
3 times to Alex Pereira. I don't think he's gonna win a fight.
No.
3
Plus,
times.
even
This
if-
is their 4th fight.
Yeah, but the first 2 were outside of the UFC.
What?
They were
okay.
kickboxers originally.
Oh, that's some
I'm gonna give you a
bullshit.
thumbnail right now.
Okay, flip.
What are we doing?
Oh, we're doing a review, bro. Thumbnail.
That's
Yeah.
not how
Did
he
you
does
get
it.
it?
He just smiles creepy.
I think so. Yeah, it's like right at the end. All right, that's our review. Go see Air. Go to the theater. Don't listen to what this clown said.
What clown?
Let's go get Taco Bell.
Yeah, what did he say?
Kwame Brown is the best.
Yeah, about not going to the theater. Go to the theater.
Oh yeah,
they
don't go
deserve
to the
your
theater.
support.
You can stream
All right.
all of these movies illegally.
All right, goodbye.